you're saying. But it looks like we're ready for our first guest of the day.
Let's do it.
Destiny Mccubbin. Hope I didn't fuck that up. Mccubbin. See, I ain't fucked it up.
Hello, Destiny. How are you?
Guys, I'm good. How you doing?
We're good. We're good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for coming in. So are you local to Vegas?
Yeah, 5 years local now.
Okay. So you transitioned. Where'd you move from?
Utah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so-
not too far.
Hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah. So what brings you to Vegas?
Fighting. Came here to pursue my career. Just better training and stuff like that, than I can find in Utah.
So what is your amateur record?
I am an MMA. I'm 5-5, and then boxing 3-0.
Okay. Yeah. And which is your love?
MMA, boxing is my first love. That's what I started in. But I've grown a passion for MMA and set out a lot of goals since I've started my MMA career. So I think that's kind of like where my heart is at right now, finishing what I started. But I have a lot of my coaches in my ear, especially my boxing coaches, trying to get me to transition over and stuff, especially with the way women's boxing has grown so much over the years, And like boxing is my strong point. So I think about it all the time. I really do. I'm actually preparing for a boxing tournament right now. I'm competing at the convention center on July 1st and 2nd for UFC Fight Week. So yeah, I'm getting ready for that right now. So I haven't really been in the MMA.
So wait,
tournament.
UFC is putting on a boxing tournament?
So it's at the convention center, and like Fight Week, they do a bunch of things for people to check out. So they're going to have a lot of meet and greets going on in the convention center, as well as I'm pretty sure jiu-jitsu tournament and a boxing tournament. Just stuff for people to, check out. I mean, it's free to the public. So I think it's just kind of like for some, some publicity and stuff like that for the Fight Week.
Okay. So do you have an opponent?
It says that I'm matched twice. They don't tell you who, but I actually seen yesterday. They see my name on the roster, and then it did say that I have 2 match bouts so far. So, but they don't tell you who or anything like that.
Wait, so it's gonna be amateur because you said you're 3-0 as a pro, no?
No. 3-0 in boxing.
As an amateur.
Amateur.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I transitioned to boxing pretty quickly after I started fighting.
All right. And how old are you?
I just turned 27.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel old.
Do you? That sounds extremely young, especially for women's boxing too. If you decided to go full-blown boxing. So as of right now, as a career path, which one do you find to be easier for you to navigate and maybe get the publicity or the fights that you would need?
I feel like... and maybe that is why, like I'm where I'm at. I feel like MMA is kind of where I would get the publicity that I need and stuff like that, just because of the people that I know in MMA. Rather, I don't know a lot of people in the boxing world as much. The manager I'm going to be signing with, Danny Ruby, he's pretty big in the MMA game. Manages a lot of UFC fighters, and he's got some pretty good connections. He can get me in with the right promotions and the right fights. Like I said, boxing, I don't know too much of it yet. I have a pretty decent relationship, pretty close. I mean, being so far apart, we're not as close as we could be, but me and Amanda Serrano are pretty good friends. So I feel like if I was to go ahead and make the transition, she could definitely help me make it a smooth one.
So as an MMA fighter, what is your strong suit?
Boxing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
So you prefer not to be taken down?
Yes. Yep. And I'm always usually when people fight me, they're trying to take me down. Not a lot of people want to stand with me.
So you're signing with Daniel Rubenstein?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you meet him?
Just being in the fight game and like Instagram and people who stuff like that. He's been following me for a while and reaching out for a while through my amateur career, and now that I'm about to make the jump, him and I have been in contact for a couple months now. And he actually just texted me yesterday, told me he was sending over my little box with all my gear and clothes and stuff, and we'll be putting pen to paper here soon. So yeah, very excited about that.
So obviously the big MMA league would be the UFC. Is that the goal, or are you considering the new league, PFL?
Yes, I think UFC is the goal. for most of us, it's kind of like it's what you see when you start this dream, this journey, the big UFC, and yeah, obviously that's what I would like to be, but I'm also not opposed to Bellator. I think Bellator is an amazing promotion, and they take really good care of their fighters. And now they have Eagle FC that's starting out that Khabib's running, and I hear within a couple of years that could be a top promotion as well. I know he's paying his fighters really well, and he was in the game for a long time, so he knows what fighters need. UFC, I think, could pay their fighters a lot more than they do, and I think that Khabib is going to definitely be doing that. And then PFL would be awesome, but they just don't have a small weight class for women. The smallest is 155. But I would love if I'm a flyweight, 125. So I would love if he added that division.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. Because I'm an extreme couture for MMA. So Ray Seffel's right there. It'd be really cool to be on his promotion.
What'd you think of Kayla Harrison, who a lot of people were considering, the next big woman in the UFC, right? She was making a lot of noise, and then she chose to not go to the UFC. That kind of stirred up, and I feel like I think it helped certain fighters realize, like, I don't need to go to the UFC to maybe get an opportunity or make some good money. Do you agree with that? Do you feel that because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the MMA world's a bit monopolized. I think I'm like, it's the UFC, and then it's like, cool, like Bellator will get fighters like maybe that are either coming up or on the way out, and same with like PFL, and it's like, I want to see more competition, and because of that, I think that helps what you said, pay fighters more too.
I mean, yeah, I think that. They're not going to match her pay. Obviously, she's made $1 million twice. So I mean, I think that there's the reasoning behind that definitely has to do with money. But I'm not sure if she could stand with some of the best women in the UFC, like Juliana Penne. You know what I mean? Amanda Nunes. They're training partners, but I would really like to see how those training sessions go with her and Amanda Nunes. You know what I mean? And yeah, Bellator catches people on their way out as well as PFL. And I think sometimes those fighters on their way out that end up doing way better than they were under the UFC banner. I feel like to get a lot of money in the UFC, you have to, be high up. But nowadays it's a little different because they're offering that bonus, which people are hitting. My best friend has hit it twice, Cheyenne Blissmas, you know what I mean? So there's money to be made, but yeah, I definitely think that other promotions are paying better, and even starting out in Bellator, there's people that can't even leave Bellator because if they do go to the UFC, they're going to be taking a major pay cut because Bellator does take care of their fighters, you know what I mean? Especially if you do well, and that's why I'm not opposed to going to Bellator because I actually think I could do really well in that promotion. So yeah.
So, did you have an injury earlier this year?
I did. I've had two pretty major injuries back to back, both 2 weeks out from fights. Actually, they were supposed to be my last fights, and then I was going pro. And now I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to do no amateur fight. I'm just going to go straight to it, because even my last two fight camps that I was supposed to have, I leveled up so much. But yeah, I broke my ankle January 24th, and I was supposed to fight February 3rd.
How'd you break it?
Wrestling. I was in MMA practice, and a teammate, we were wrestling, and I was 2 weeks out, so I was strong. I was pretty on point, and she went to go for like a body lock takedown, and I based really well to the ground. So when she threw me, my foot kind of stuck, but my body kind of went, and so yeah, my ankle was on the other side of my foot. It was pretty gnarly, yeah. Gnarly?
Sounds horrible. Did it hurt immediately, or you still had the adrenaline?
It was like it hurt, but it was also kind of like shock. I was like, like,
So
oh my God.
Did you freak out? Because it was looking...
I freaked the heck out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was screaming and mother ever, why? It was painful. But it almost seemed like it was just dislocated, or maybe I'm just tripping. And I was like, it's fine. I think it's just dislocated. Coach, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to still fight. And coach is just like, Coach Dennis Davis at Extreme, he's like, yeah, for sure, you're going to be fine. And then like later on, I talked to people, and they're like, Nah, girl, we all heard that shit snap. We were just being nice.
I want to screen share this because I want to know, is this for IG or is this real? Were you really going to the gym every day or this once in the blue? How give me the story behind this.
No, this is real. I was doing this every day. After I broke my ankle, like I said, I went through 2 pretty major injuries, and it was a lot to get past the first one. We'll get into that, but it was a spine injury. Woke up paralyzed on the one side of my leg, and so it was a lot to get back to where I was to even be able to take a fight camp. So then when I broke my ankle literally 2 weeks out, I was in the best shape of my life. I was ready. I didn't even want the amateur fight. I was like, I'm ready to go pro now, but I'm going to do this for my coaches. You know what I mean? And then so when that happened, I was like, I am done. I'm done with this sport. I'm never stepping foot on a mat again. I was very hateful. I was very upset. And then about a week into it, I'm at home. I'm depressed. I still got my cast on at this point. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can. So I grabbed the egg weights and I shadow box hard as hell for five minute rounds. You know what I mean? I'm doing push-ups with one leg. I'm doing everything I can.
I just seen that picture.
Yeah, and then once I got the cast off and was actually like able to go to the gym. Yeah, I was in there hitting the bag on the chair, begging my coaches to hold for me while I sit down. No matter how silly it looks, some people tell me it looks like a circus. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm doing what I can do because I don't want to lose. I didn't want to lose. Just being able to just keep, my main thing was I wanted to have my conditioning in my arms still when I did come back. I didn't want to that's why I was shadowing with the egg weights and stuff, because that's hard to get back, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to do everything that I could to stay in shape everywhere that I can. And I mean, yeah, it was a major injury, but at the same time it was only my ankle, so I was actually able to still do a lot. I just could not put pressure on my leg, any weight on my foot. But you'd be surprised how much you're still able to get done with one foot.
When did the love for either sport start? Because you are 27 and haven't turned pro yet.
Yes. Let's see. I started training when I was 19 and had my first boxing match right before I was 20. So I turned 20 in May. I had my first boxing fight January of 2015. So the summer before that is when I started training, and my love I just went in. I was in a pretty dark place in my life at the time. I was like, I just want to, something to keep me on the straight and narrow, basically. Went into my first gym, which was actually an MMA gym. And literally that was just kind of the rest of my life from that moment forward. After my first practice, nothing has changed really since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what dark place?
I grew up in a certain lifestyle. Gangs and stuff like that was kind of a big thing in my life. I fought a lot growing up in the streets. I'd been jumped. I'd been in a lot of bullshit, and then I got caught up when I was about 18. I got caught up with the wrong guy. Got hooked on some drugs with him. Finally, when I did get clean, I was just I had gotten clean, and then I kind of fell off again. And then when I kind of pulled myself out of it again, I realized it was an epiphany. I was like, I wasn't put here to do this. You know what I mean? So I was I actually got into CrossFit at first. I just wanted something to, like I said, keep me straight and narrow, almost like a new addiction, something to keep my focus. And I actually got into CrossFit. I did that for about 6 months, but then my mind started to wander again. It wasn't enough. And then we were watching fights. We always watch fights with the family,
Why do you think it wasn't enough?
It just...
Have you ever been to this gym next door? For CrossFit?
No, I haven't. But
they are insane in there. They're intense in there.
CrossFit's intense, it is, but I guess the passion wasn't there. I'm not.
Did the 6 months, was it enough time to get bulky? Because those girls come out of there, they look like they lift some real weight.
It was enough time to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah, to lose weight. I was before fighting, I was not an athletic person at all. I played basketball in junior high, but other than that, I was not athletic at all whatsoever. So, everything I have now, I've had to work very hard to get. It's not a natural. I wasn't naturally talented. It was kind of work harder.
So I could be reaching here, but was the relationship abusive, and that's why you were looking for something to make you stronger?
No, the relationship wasn't abusive. I had gotten out of, I had gotten out of some stuff, and I was in a really dark place, really depressed, and I was so young and naive. And the guy I was with did the drugs, and he was, he was a gangbanger, and he sold it, just like all that stuff. And I hate him so much for this because I was such a young kid, and he was older, and he was like, this will make you feel better, da 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 da. And being so young, I just fell right into it, and yeah.
Well, you definitely pulled yourself out of that, and you're about to have your pro debut. I am the boxing guy. He at least watches MMA and pretty well versed in it, and so is my engineer, Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just keep going back to the broken ankle more than once.
No problem.
And you saying to yourself, my strong suit is my stand-up game. Then why even go back to MMA? Like you said, you were upset. You didn't want to see a match, so why not hit the ring and do what you obviously do best?
The ultimate question, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, because again,
she kind of
he watches both. What? The passion?
Obviously having the connections in MMA, and obviously,
so
women have more exposure
because he
over there.
knows more than me in MMA. What would be the equivalent of that manager in boxing?
Oh, no, I ain't. No, but I definitely know Daniel Rose.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what would be his equivalent in boxing? Like, how big is that? Is he Keith Conley? Is he Al Heyman?
I'd say like a Rick Merrigan.
Okay. Rick is doing his thing right now.
I'd say like a Rick.
And
because it matters, it matters who you know. So I understand the decision. And if this person can put you in a situation that's going to better your life, it's obvious.
Right.
But it matters who that person is. And if he's saying, that person is that powerful, because Rick can do his thing. He's got a lot of fighters. So.
Danny Rubenstein is in my opinion one of the best in the game for sure. And like I said, with the connections, he's really close with like Sean Shelby, the matchmaker, things like that. But I think a lot of it is me being stubborn too. Like I said, I set out for this, and I feel like the part of me feels like if I transition over, I'm quitting, or like I'm bitching out in a sense, like, oh, your body can't handle this. This keeps happening. This keeps happening. This keeps happening. Maybe you shouldn't do it. But I'm like, nah, like I can do it. I know I can do it. I told myself I was going to do this 7 years ago, so I'm going to do it.
Do you have no interest in doing both? I've seen several women do both.
I do have very much interest in doing both. That's kind of my game.
But is your manager going to be with that?
See, we haven't really had the discussion, but that is kind of my game plan, is to do both. But at the same time, like me just preparing for this boxing tournament, I realized it's kind of hard to do both. The timing's different. Your stance is different. The cardio's different. A lot of different things. So like I haven't even been in the MMA gym for 3 weeks. I texted my MMA coach yesterday. Actually, I was like, "Hey, coach, sorry I've been MIA. I'm preparing for a boxing tournament right now. So it's just I haven't really been in there."
Cardio is certainly different.
Very different. You can wrestle 5-minute rounds, but can you go in there and spar 5 3-minute rounds? Very different.
Very.
Yes.
Sparring.
Because
serious.
Wrestling cardio is intense as hell too, and it's very hard to acquire that. But at the same time, it's so different. You know what I mean? It could be the best shape in wrestling, but can you spar 5 3-minute rounds in boxing?
So speaking of sparring and being in Vegas 5 years now, who are some of the women that you get this stand-up work with? Are they all MMA, or are you using some of the female boxers that come to Vegas or are local to Vegas?
No, I've not like the toppest in boxing anyway. I get to spar a lot of the top in MMA because I'm an extreme couture, and we get a lot of females coming in town. It's the home of Miesha Tate. I work with Miesha Tate a lot. So I get to spar with some really tough girls, and everybody at Extreme Couture is basically almost in a big promotion. We've got PFL, UFC, Bellator, Invicta. I get to work with a lot of Invicta girls. In the boxing world, I've been honored enough to work with Amanda Serrano. Nothing crazy, and years ago, but she hasn't really been out here to train for a while. But that's an honor, you know what I mean? And then I work a lot with Leanna O'Malley. She's a pro out of Vegas. She's actually preparing for a fight as well, same card as I am, or not same card, same night as I am, but she's bigger. She fights at like 54, I think. But that's one of my main sparring partners.
What's her name?
Leanna O'Malley. she's kind of new in the boxing world. And then Leslie Hernandez, she's from Phoenix. She trains out of the MMA lab, but she had about like 50 amateur boxing fights. She's phenomenal. She came out here a couple months ago and was kind enough to ask me to spar with, give her some work, and it was really awesome to spar with her because she's amazing.
So big shot boxing is where you train for boxing, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So, and there's no women there?
Just Leanne, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of like his main female fighter.
Oh.
Do you not spar with men, or how is it go for you? Because obviously it is different than boxing.
No, I do spar with men. I will, especially like smaller weights and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely spar with men. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it's hard. It's kind of hard to get. Like I don't really have a lot of females to work with at the boxing gym, so it's like if I bring someone in, which coach will let me bring girls in. Sometimes I'll bring girls in from Extreme Couture that just want to get some boxing rounds. But
Okay.
yeah.
So Leanne is 41.
She's older.
I'm gonna have to get her in here.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome to get her in here.
Yeah,
'Cause she's,
connect us.
She's
Connect
up and
us.
coming, and she's got a fight coming up, and she's 41.
I gotta know the story. At 41, what is she doing
Exactly.
right now?
And 41, and she is a freaking brute. You know what I mean? Like me and her, I posted the other day a little clip of our sparring.
She doesn't look 41.
And I was like, I watched our rounds, and I was like, damn girl, what a fight we had. Like we go at it, like shot for shot, bell to bell. She does not back down. She's a heavy hitter. She's
local to Vegas too?
Yeah,
cool.
from England though.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, O'Malley, I figured that she was from Ireland
Right.
or Irish,
Yeah.
but I didn't know, that she would be from the UK. So I do have some questions from the people. James Valdez in San Antonio says, "Are you a pet lover? If so, what you got?"
Yes, I am.
Excuse me.
I had a basset hound pup.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my girl Millie. When me and my ex had split up, I had to leave her behind with him. But I mean, she's good. She's in a happy home. He takes really good care of her. But yeah, basset hound. And ever since, like basset hound, I feel like it's such a random breed. You don't really see a lot of basset hound owners. But ever since, I'm like, that's my breed. I'll always be a basset hound owner. But I love all animals.
We have Ruin a 504, which is New Orleans. He says, "Do you think people would take women's boxing more serious if they fought for the same amount of time and rounds? Same amount of time and rounds. Doesn't women's MMA fights for the same time and rounds as men?"
Yes, but it's different. Again, the cardio and everything's different. I don't like sparring 5-minute rounds or fighting 5-minute rounds in boxing.
No, I think
3.
he means 3 because
Like
women
the
only
men
do
do.
2 in pros.
Women only do 2 in pros. Oh, so if they're going 3, I mean, I think
What's
that
the clock on when you spar for boxing?
3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the complaint. Most women are like, we want to do 3 minutes. We would get more knockouts if you gave us that extra minute. But the commissions, the sanctioning bodies are saying to give that extra minute, I guess, can do some sort of damage to a woman, which is kind of
Silly.
sexist, really. Like to say that you can take less punishment than a man.
In 1 minute. That's really silly to me. I don't know if I don't know if people would take it more seriously in a sense, but I think they should definitely just give it to the women. That's
And
silly.
obviously, a lot of women feel that big reason they're advocating for it because they're like, oh, well,
The pay.
the pay, because if we get more knockouts, we're more excited, more
If
people
we're more
watching.
exciting and appealing, we get more money.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I see that for sure.
Because Christine Martin was on huge cards because she bled and she, made people bleed. But I got Young Tigre also from San Antonio that says, if a person does not have Canelo in their top 5 pound for pound, what would that be hate?
Yeah, I'd say.
Really?
Would you not?
I mean, yeah, I think so too. It's like kind of hard not to put him in the top 5 pound for pound.
Yeah,
Yep,
definitely.
I have Brandon in Houston that says, There was a mind-numbing debate a while back on this very show, and I need a settle. Excuse me, I guess he meant to say I need you to settle it since you have more credibility to answer than anyone. Which sport is more dangerous, boxing or MMA? She's going to say MMA. She broke her ankle.
No. I think boxing, you take way more damage to the head.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Like those ground and pounds are not damaged.
But you're not there for long. You might be taking damage to the head for 2 minutes straight for how many rounds?
I mean, I just
When
seen
you're
a
on-
highlight of Anguno chasing some dude, finally knocks him out. Dude's already asleep. He's still fucking punching
but
the
they
shit
let
out
him
of him.
stand back up in boxing. They'll be like, "Oh no, come on, stand back up." UFC, it's over.
If you're not knocked out, they make sure they give you like a sobriety test, like walk this way, walk that way, come forward, put your hands up. You know, they want to make sure you have your
Rub your
faculties.
belly, pat your head.
Yeah.
No, I do think I still boxing to me. Yeah, the amount of damage you take to the brain.
She would say that she's an MMA fighter.
No. I mean, MMA is brutal. It's brutal. I mean, MMA's put
Look,
me through the
I
ringer.
always think back to that guy whose head got fucking caved in.
Oh yeah, that's an
my
anomaly.
gosh, right?
Anomaly.
Or Joanna when she had the big.
Oh,
I didn't even
Hematoma.
know her. I'm telling you.
Yo, who
Matt
was my
Mitrione.
who was my man's? Oh my god.
We don't have this
Recently-
in boxing. You know
Yo,
what we
recent-
have? Oh, Hasim Rahman 20 years ago had a hematoma. 20 years later, Thurman had one that was nowhere near as big as Rahman's.
Nowhere near the
Like, we don't have those things that y'all have. I can't date back to, hey, remember that time his arm fell off?
Yo, who was
Or
it?
think about the
picture I sent you.
The McGregor thing with the foot.
No, I sent you the worst one, which was Chris
Ew.
Weidman
Weidman,
when he snapped his leg in half and then
Yeah.
tried to step back down on it.
Oh,
that was a
but
good
even
one.
the McGregor was disgusting. That looked,
the foot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Broke my fucking ankle.
That shit looks fucking like,
That was me.
it looks like rubber. It was crazy.
Ooh. Yeah. Shit's gnarly.
Can I get a screen share?
Oh my God, look, we don't have that in boxing.
Oh, I watched this one.
How'd
live.
that happen?
He got punched.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the
Yo,
last.
and that's Overeem or whatever. What's his name?
yeah, Alistair Overeem.
I used to love that guy just because, like, I was as tall as him. I'm like, I got to get in his shape,
Yo,
bro.
they used to call
Then I
him-
find out he's juiced to the gills.
Yeah,
he was tested over like 9 the limit, right?
Yeah, they called him Ubereem for a reason.
Bro.
But yeah,
here
that
I
was
am
the
trying to
last
get to
fight.
his body size naturally. My man was juicing.
That was at the end of the fight against. He just fought.
The closest thing to that we have
fought?
is you would have to like Google. I don't even know the name of the dude that Margarito had knocked his ear off, and it was just flapping.
Oh,
That's the closest thing. I'm telling you, we don't have that in boxing. I don't see how it's more dangerous, but I get it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. So, okay, your fight is when for this tournament, and how could people get tickets? How could they see it? Is there a way to stream it?
July 1st and 2nd, and it's free to the public, so you just walk up in there. I'm not exactly sure.
Here in Vegas.
Yep, at the convention center.
Where's that, Danny? I'm new. I'm only 3 months here.
Oh,
The show's brought me here. I'm originally from New Jersey.
Psych by El Gordo.
Okay, the one we go to.
Yeah,
oh, so by the resorts.
Yeah,
World.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is funny because we're actually going to a UFC Fight Week event that same night, the first.
okay, yeah. They have
UFC. What? Anuela's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to play that off. We're going to a UFC. He's trying to get my audience to believe I'm going to an event. No, I'm going to a concert
No.
to see Anuel.
You have free tickets if you ever want to go. You just have to tell John.
No, thank you. I'm boxing over here, baby.
But for free? For free to go and like probably meet Dana White?
Nah,
Why
listen,
not?
I went for free
Oh,
to this thing in Miami. It was like a triad thing. Oh my God, it was so brutal. I don't understand why y'all do it. They were bleeding so much. It's like, no, that's not, I don't know, that's not safe for me. But I am going to see Anuel. I'd rather see Anuel.
There you go.
So are you Mexican?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Speak Spanish?
No.
What?
I know. Oh my gosh. How are you gonna rat me out like that, man?
Oh my God.
No, I know. I wasn't really raised with my Spanish speaking side, so yeah, lost out on that, but that's all right.
What do you think? Do you think he's like you or he speaks Spanish? He's Mexican. Can you tell? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you can speak Spanish.
1000%.
He can speak very well.
Yeah. All right.
He puts me to shame. I'd be like, no, you translate.
Who did he translate for? Was it Showtime?
But yeah, he translated for Showtime for the Rolly.
Really?
media workout.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a screen share? I got that. This don't even look that bad.
Come on. What is? Oh, that's the guy.
The Margarito guy.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
But then
And that's Paul Wolak.
and we got
What's that?
Vitaly.
Okay. And that was with Lennox, right?
Yeah,
That's got stopped.
in the 5th.
it's all brutal. You know, we're out there fighting, kill or be killed.
Ooh, here go another one right here.
Who's that? That's Barrera?
Gotti.
Oh yeah, but come on, he was a punching bag. No disrespect.
And then Hassim.
But punching bags
Hey,
get
look, that's a big one.
yeah, no, that's the one. Hasim Rahman. Punching bags get, the seams bust. El diablo.
You see this stuff and you're like, why do we do this? You know, it's crazy.
You also have more
For the
concentrated
glory, for
head
the
trauma.
glory.
I know, that's right. Yep.
Man, I was gonna say something. Oh, I wanted to test your level of boxing. I guess not really, but you being here 5 years now, Canelo is official for T-Mobile Arena September 17th. Crawford Spence is rumored October 29th. Which fight do you think has this city more lit?
Crawford Spencer.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Let me see where our poll is at. Oh yeah, they have 57% for Crawford Spence as well. Why? Because I feel like Canelo, no one does more ticket sales than Canelo anyway. Like, I don't even understand why it's a debate. I feel like, and then he just lost, so people that believe in Triple G, I feel like they think Triple G has more of a shot now.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the fight though, and Canelo obviously is amazing, like I said, but is like Mexican pride, they all show up, so that's I think that's a lot of why ticket sales and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm stoked for Spencer Crawford. So yeah,
Who you got in that one?
Spence.
I have one that just came in for you from Sir Saya. Says MMA has more short-term but frequent injuries, but boxing has more long-term, long-lasting damage. I don't agree with you.
CTE?
I don't agree with him.
Just listen to Mike
Because
Tyson
of
talk.
Yeah, the brain, so many shots to the head. Like, and MMA, a lot of stuff is finished on the ground and not all the time to punches, right?
We have another super chat from Julio Guzman that says, she's very pretty. What is her ethnicity? But you said Mexican already. Ethnicity. And he said, best of luck to you in your career.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I think that might be the last one. You have any more?
No, I think we got through all of them.
All right. Well, let me refresh. And if not, can you give out your social media? We'll take a quick intermission and take a picture with you, and then we'll be right back. Actually, we do have two more that came in. Bougie and Broward says, is a kick to the face the worst hit in the UFC? If not, what is? And thanks for coming on, champ.
They kick to the face the worst. I mean, yeah, depending if it lands right, I suppose. You're taking a shin to the head. It's like a baseball bat to the head. But gosh, there's so many the worst, But I mean, you see some of those kick to the knees and shit. People stomping on the knee. I think that's pretty brutal. So I guess it just depends how it lands.
I think MMA is brutal. Are they still doing like flying knees?
Yeah.
And like you can jump in there and land on someone with your knee, or is that illegal now?
I don't know if you can jump and land on someone with your knee. I mean, I suppose it's legal. Yeah.
They're not always accurate though.
Right.
Like a flying knee is not the most.
No, but if
accurate
a
thing.
person's down and you just come fucking knee.
Oh, you can't hit them in the head with a leg or anything if their knees are on the
If they're a
ground.
grounded opponent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in the head, but like I can come down and like knee on belly hard.
Ain't that how
Oh my God, knee on
Aljamain
belly.
became champion?
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, because he got kneed in the head during the championship fight, so the other guy got DQ'd.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so they got okay.
And then he defended it.
Yeah, and he kept it.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's
But
a real
not
champ.
he ain't defended against the same guy.
No, but he still defended the championship.
Yeah.
So he
Versus a
actually
credible guy.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but I'm saying I felt like I was rooting for Aljamain in that fight, but he was losing that fight.
Oh, definitely.
He was losing that fight.
Yeah, because that guy came back and then easily beat the next opponent that he had.
But it wasn't like a Montel Griffin, Roy Jones thing either, if you remember that.
I don't. Who's the next Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey?
Does MMA or UFC?
You don't really see a lot of Ronda Rousey style much anymore.
Well, I don't mean style. I mean, does a woman get to that height again? I feel like after her, you know.
I mean, gosh.
I feel like Miesha Tate has some buzz because I'm a super casual. I do not watch.
Yeah, and Miesha Tate.
So if I heard your name and I know it, it's for a reason.
And Miesha Tate's going down a division. You probably didn't know that. And yeah, she's about to for UFC Fight Week, that big card. She's going down to she's making her flyweight debut versus Lauren Murphy.
That's your weight.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yep.
You think you'll have enough time to catch her?
No.
She'll retire.
I think so.
How old is she? Danny, you don't know?
30.
Not off the top of my
No,
head.
me either. Yeah.
Can I get a go?
This ain't boxing, huh, Danny?
Nah. So right here.
Oh, this is your card?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is UFC Fight Week 2022.
So see where it says the Ultimate Invitational right below.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
The Ultimate Invitational, 9 a.m. Las Vegas Convention Center, free and open to the public.
Yeah.
What's that,
and then
July 1st?
July 1st.
And then if you go over to the second, it's also right there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a boxing match.
Yes.
Oh, I know where I'm going. I'm gonna go film.
I mean, I don't know if the fights will be at 9. I'm pretty sure we show up at 9 and weigh in.
Yeah.
And then I don't know really when I'll fight. They said sometimes it could be dragged out, but yeah, 9 a.m.
But you'll be posting.
I'll be posting. Yep. And there's a lot of other things going on, so you can come check it
Yep.
out.
Hold on, let me get
walk
that screen.
around.
See, this where we going right here. The official International Fight Week concert featuring.
Shout out to Danny. He got me some birthday tickets. About to go see Anuel.
There's a lot going on that weekend. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool. I'm excited.
That's official.
Excited to be part of it.
Let me refresh before
In
we
some
do
way.
get up.
I do want to ask you, how has your Foodie Fit journey been? How
That's
has
right.
that experience
I
been?
see you're a rep.
I've been with Foodie Fit for about 2 years now, basically since my
Wow.
last fight. And even before they were like working with me, taking care of me, I still went to them. I love Foodie Fit.
Me too.
And they just get better and better, honestly. I think they're slept on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely growing more now, but they're slept on. They're cheap, they're good, they're local. You know, I love Foodie Fit.
How'd you connect with them?
I mean, like I said, I before they took care of me, I went to them and I shared them a lot, and then I reached out to Charlie.
Yeah, shout out to Charlie.
Shout out to Charlie, Priscilla, all of them. I love them all. They're all awesome. But reached out to him and just, I said, hey, I have this fight. If you could take care of me for this fight. And he did, and then continued after the fight. So I guess they like, what I do. I love what they do. So yeah.
We love what they do because
Yes.
they got me slim.
Shout out to Foodie
down.
Fit.
I mention them to every fighter that walks in. Every interview. I tell them because I think it's good. He's kind of like I've lost, but I feel like he's like
I've lost 25 pounds.
Really?
25.
Oh my gosh.
and it's been only what, like 2 months, a month and some change.
And not even 2 full months yet.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
So
That's an
I am.
accomplishment.
But right now I'm going through like this thing. I'm like, let me guess, turkey sausage and egg for breakfast again.
No, but
I'm obsessed with
think-
their burrito, the bean and egg burrito.
See, he doesn't have a bean and egg burrito.
Not anymore. They take it and bring it back, but oh my gosh.
No, but I think he needs to get the seasoning. It's called like Fit Men Cook, and it doesn't affect your diet. It's like no sodium and things like that. Because
I like sauce.
he's
like,
saying
yes, I'm a sauce person.
oh well, just buy some sauce, bro.
like if I just like drench it with fucking
Trends.
Yeah.
It's already
With
some of
salsa?
those plates are very spicy. Let's be real. I ate a few bites and my head starts to sweat.
Oh my gosh,
I had the
no.
Mongolian
beef
for dinner the other day, and I'm like, fuck.
I
man,
actually love it though.
Nah, it was-
Shout out to Foodie Fit,
it was
but
good.
let's go ahead and take this picture. Can you give out your social media one more time for anybody crazy enough not to be following you can do so?
Yes, definitely. mytime_Mccubbin. And then also check out Big Shot Boxing on Instagram. That's where I train, and it's a really cool gym. So check
What's
it
the
out.
address of the gym?
Oh, I'd have to like look it up. Let me see.
I got it. I got,
You got
it.
it?
The address of the gym.
They're open Tuesday through
hold on.
Friday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Why no Monday?
Sunday, Monday is kind of like his Sunday takes off. Monday's like his cleaning day. It's a very small, intimate gym. He's in there Saturdays, but that's more private as well. Yeah, like if you're, you know, a fighter, you're working with the coach, stuff like that. But yeah, so Mark Velata, he's the owner and head coach over there. But we also have Coach JL, Sharky. They're all, you know, amazing coaches that we have. But Mark, he opened I started going there in like 2018, and there was like nothing there, nobody there really but kids. So he's grown so much to where he's at now. He's got UFC fighters that he works with. He's taken me up a lot of levels, and you know, we're about to make our dip into the pros. So yeah.
Well, I just reached out. Let them know to hit us back. We'll get them on the show as well. And
yeah.
and your friend Leanne O'Malley, I wouldn't mind as well.
Awesome.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.